Hey, what's up, guys? Nooch, Neighborhood Picks here. We're halfway through our fantasy leagues exactly, and we're starting to get a like a temperature gauge on what players the championships are going to go through. And boy, man, I'll tell you what. First of all, whoever has Austin Eckler on their squad, you have a super chance. Austin Eckler has quietly become the first half fantasy football most valuable player. It's Austin Eckler. He's averaging just under 25 points a game fantasy wise. But I'm looking yesterday, double digit catches yesterday, 12 catches, double digit catches the week before. He's a good back. He runs the ball well, and he's got 52 catches after 7 weeks. Austin Eckler, if you got Eckler, other guys don't have running back slots where the guy averages 25. That's a quarter of 100. Like, that's crazy. Barkley, who's up there, let's see how many points he's got compared to Eckler. Barkley's 30 points behind him. Now, Barkley averages 20, which is tremendous. And then there's a drop-off after that. After Chubb, Jacobs, McCaffrey, then it goes down considerably when you get to the Henrys and Jones. They're 40 points behind these other guys. Really, okay, it's not a running backs league anymore. And a part of why Eckler is such a fantasy monster, I've been talking about this. The coach for the Chargers is a complete jerk off. I get the quick release shit. They have nothing downfield. They weren't throwing the ball downfield when they had Mike Evans. He just got hurt yesterday. A ton of dumps. A ton of Eckler dumps. So he gets rushes, he gets goal line carries, and he gets 10 to 12 dumps a game. Oh, it's almost impossible not to have a couple legit receivers. So if your team's set up and you got like Mahomes or Allen or Lamar and Eckler, and then your receivers or Barkley, you got an advantage to win the championship. If you have Eckler and Chubb or something like that, oh man. Josh Jacobs is running the ball well. I wouldn't mind having him on my team. McCaffrey, you got to think that at San Fran he's going to be a beast. But there's nobody quite looking like Eckler right now, and then Barkley is under him. And Nick Chubb is tremendous too, but I don't know. After those three, I'll put them in their own category. There's nobody else that I would put there. Diggs has taken over the number one wide receiver spot by fractions over Cooper Kupp. So Diggs has 151.6 fantasy points. Kupp has 149. These guys are averaging 25 a game. Diggs 25.1. Kupp, my man, 24.63. Eckler's averaging 24.9. So Diggs is averaging 25 a game. If you have Diggs, Kupp, let's see who's the other receivers here. Diggs, Kupp, Tyreek Hill, the Cheetah, had a couple monster games. I don't think that's going to hold up. That's the guy I would be least happy about if I had him, because I don't know how that team's going to go. If Tua's going to make it all year. And it looks pretty predictable to me. I think teams are going to start beating the Dolphins. They adjusted to them. That's why they didn't score last night after the whole second half. All Tua was doing was handing it off tackle, and then hand off, come up, boom, quick slant. Like fake to the back, I'm doing it righty. But he was faking it coming up, slant over the middle. Faking it, slant over the middle. After like 13 fake off tackles and slant over the middle, kind of gets predictable. If I was watching tape on Miami, they might score less than 10 next week. But Jamar Chase looking good. You got the young guys, Jefferson. It's a young man's league. Look at the guy. Diggs, prime. Kupp, prime. Hill, little end of the prime. Chase, young. Jefferson, young. Adams, he's out in Oakland with Carr. He'll be fine. He's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th. He's the 6th receiver. Then you got Waddle right there. I'm worried about how Miami's going to continue throughout their season. But fantasy MVPs all around. Number one, well, if you have Josh Allen, Mahomes, or Lamar right now, and I have Herbert, but I'm not even going to include him with the way I see that offense. And Lamar looked a little shitty, but he still got 179 fantasy points, and he's still averaging 28.98 a game. Oh, not shit. That's Allen. Let me see Jackson. Oh, Josh Allen, 179. What am I crazy saying? I'm sorry about that mix-up. Quarterbacks, let me see. Allen, 179. Oh, Jackson, 165. I knew it. I know I'm not crazy. Lamar's averaging 23.13. So you got to count him on the list of big boys. You got Allen, Mahomes, Lamar. Then everybody else. But those guys could give you 40 burgers, 50 burgers. I know Joe Burrow had a day yesterday. Joe Burrow had 40. He gave a 40 burger yesterday. But if Allen, Mahomes, or Lamar give you a 40 burger, you're not surprised. So those quarterbacks are still the big three. The running backs, it's Eckler and Barkley, if you ask me. The championships are going to go through Eckler and Barkley's teams because it's really hard to not have two good receivers unless you really fucked up a receiver. So it's going to be fun. I can't wait. We're halfway through. I'm 5-2. I'll be 5-2. 5-2 in Carmelo's league. I'll be 2-5 in T. Rich's league. I'll be 2-5 in Tony C's league. Oh man, and in Geese's league, I'll be 5-2. Wow. Okay, so I'm 5-2 in 2 leagues. 2-5 in 2 leagues. Jeez, that sucks. But hey, what are you gonna do? Nobody knows it all. You can draft different combinations of guys, and you know when your fantasy team is gonna do well. In the leagues that I'm winning, like I wake up expecting to win. Like I just feel it. In the leagues where I'm struggling, I feel like I'm gonna lose. Like you guys know what I'm saying. I know you know what I'm saying. Like fantasy, when you have that good draft, like my boy T Rich, and he's got Eckler, and he's got who does this guy have? He's got everybody. Who doesn't he have? He's got Eckler. He's got Kenneth Walker. Oh, Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker is a big addition. If you got him on the waiver wires, I bid for him on the Fab. I bid $30-something, and T Rich got me playing chess. He bid $40-something. I wish I had Kenneth Walker. We got to stay on top of this waiver wire. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we're going to do a waiver wire show because we need to be on top of these waivers. We need to be aware of who's out there. I mean, guys available in my leagues looking towards next week. You got a couple quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are thin. I always hold 2. But let's see, who are the top non-quarterbacks in my league? Hunter Renfrow, Mooney, Josh Reynolds for Detroit, especially if St. Brown doesn't come back. Reynolds had nothing yesterday. But if you're in a 12-man league or even a good 10, it's tough. And running backs are really thin. Running backs are just not even there. I picked up somebody let go of Eno Benjamin. There's Isaiah Pacheco now. Isaiah Pacheco starting for the Chiefs. So you might want to take a shot on him. He's a very talented guy. I don't know how much Andy Reid running backs are going to produce. It looks like it's still going to be on a committee. So Sony Michel's the number 2 over in the Chargers now because the backup running back got hurt, Kelly. So you might want to look at take it. But these guys aren't really fantasy relevant when you're going against Ecklers and stuff. But Michael Carter, if people got frustrated and dropped him, now that Breece Hall's out, we're going to look at him. But we're going to have the waiver wire show going tomorrow, and we're going to get on top of these waivers. So I'm Nooch. This is Neighborhood Picks, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Like and subscribe.